Girl, you're a summer dream, you're so sweet. Ain't nobody like you the way you mean to me.
Looking to get a telly lately. They look
my buddy who comes that I do a bunch of stuff with, he likes the Sunburst one. He plays that one a lot. Some cool P basses.
Very nice.
The drums that are over there, the owner's drums. In New York.
Oh, wow.
Like in the early 90s. So these are like Jimi Hendrix preamps.
So you probably used them or something? Like
he used them on like some record. And then we have another piece of novel gear. I want to say it's actually these EQs that he bought from someone, but I don't remember. I just know that these are the Hendrix pre's.
Yeah, that's really cool. Pretty sick. That's nifty.
And he had some other gear. He sold it like recently, but like this chorus echo, he said he got from somewhere. I can't remember where.
Drop at the M4.
This is one of the best bass compressors. Like I love running bass through that.
It also looks really simple.
It's super simple. It's just how much you're compressing and how much gain you're putting in. That's literally it.
Yeah.
So that's like the big difference between like the plugins in there and these ones is like you're actually turning the knobs and you can kind of like they react differently. So like this one typically like you squash it and it's not doing much. So you ride it pretty hard and then you can just make up the gain. But it's very, very simple. Another UA.
I've seen this a lot.
This
is EQ, right?
EQ, yep.
Yeah.
So like mastering, it is a bitch to use, to be honest. It's just hard to. It's hard to rein it in.
Yeah.
This is cool for vocals. Manly Vox Box, it's kind of like a compressor preamp catch-all as well. And then like all these preamps, I mean the APIs are great, the 550s are cool EQs, the 1073s are fire.
Yeah.
But I kind of would maybe prefer it over Soothe, would be Gulfoss. I don't know if you've heard of that one.
Gulfoss.
Gulfoss.
G-O-U.
It's the same. It's essentially the same plugin. It's like
Yeah.
the same type of plugin. It's AI generated like curves and things, but
Yeah.
it just to me sounds a little better.
I know Waves came out with one, but it's
Who
for
did?
like vocals. Waves came out with like
Oh
a
yeah,
vocal one.
Silk or
It's like Silk vocal or some
yeah,
smooth
my buddy
vocal.
actually was telling me about that the other day. Loudness penalty basically tells you how much each streaming platform is going to turn down your song.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
So the goal is like when they're turning your song down, they're compressing it,
yeah.
which is not great. A little bit is fine, but yeah. So the goal for me is always I try to get it as close to zero. Like I usually will, like for my songs, I'll usually let it compress like -1, -2.
Yeah.
But like anything beyond like 3, it just depends on how it sounds. But like anything beyond 3, I'm usually like, no, it's too loud. What kind of mics you using on your drums?
Actually, for this song, I used this plugin called Addictive Drums.
Oh yeah.
I really liked it. It just had like the drum tone I was looking for, but
I wish I had Addictive Drums. These drums, dude. These drums are so fire.
yeah.
It's a contact library.
Are they acoustic or?
Yeah, but like, without going too much on a tangent. They worked with some really, really good drummers that know how to get tones. We have one here, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it just needs a sustain pedal, which I need to order.
Yeah.
But it's so hard because my buddies that I play with, they have like these nice-ass Nords that they use, and they have such good Rhodes emulations.
Yeah.
But it's like, I could do
Yeah.
it, but it's like, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they also came out with the new Rhodes. It was like.
Yeah, they did. I saw that. It's
I
10
really.
grand.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
looked it up. I was like, oh, maybe I'll get it.
It looks really nice though, but.
It does
it's
look
10
nice. They
grand.
like remade it. It has
Yeah.
like some other stuff on it that they
Yeah.
didn't have in the other one. But yeah, 10 grand. Oof. Times, bro. I'm
Yep.
happy you can come.
Oh my. Wow.
Birds.
Birds.
Which thing?
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
Love it?
that's
Okay,
great.
Cool. Let me, and then I limit it, and that's basically it. Obviously, per mix, I might throw in a thing here or there. Like, I was trying some things on yours that I wasn't liking. Like, I tried, like, a Pultec or some other things. So, like, I'll try some other stuff.
Yeah.
This all is cool. Like, this is, like, an EQ, some compression, whatever. You could do this, or the power buttons are up here, and you can turn them off. Really, what I use this plugin for is the stereo right here, the stereo imager.
Yeah.
Spreader. It's called spreader on this.
Yeah.
That's like one of the best things to spread your mix. So like I wish we had it here. I love like using that as my widener. That's like one of the best that I've come across. That's from Plugin Alliance. The other thing I use a lot of Plugin Alliance. So there's a lot of really good mastering stuff from Plugin Alliance, which is incredible because their plugins specifically are like $600 a plugin.
Yeah, wow.
Because they're like really, and like they're just the best emulation. So like I've even done like tests between the analog and the one that is like in the subscription, and you cannot discernibly tell a difference.
Yeah.
It's like the same exact sound, which is kind of crazy. So all their plugins are just superb. I love this CL1B, this blue compressor.
Yeah.
This is a big one of mine. But for drums, my gear taste changes. So like I use these a lot for drums. So I'll run my... This I would use a lot more, but ours has been acting up. This is fire for bass. This is like a little bass preamp compressor EQ thing. So I'll use this a lot for bass. This you've probably seen. This is like more creative stuff. But like both of these are fire. This doesn't work super good. It's like finicky, but I'll use this.
I think I've seen Kevin Parker use those a lot.
Dude, a ton of people who like make samples, do hip hop, a ton of people will use this as like just their catch-all for like everything. This thing's pretty fire. This is called a biscuit. It's like a sick little piece of gear. So you can run your drums through it. It's not plugged in right now, but you run your drums or whatever through it, and then you can kind of just like freak with it until you get a sound you like. But it's like a bit crusher.
So like on site.
On site for sure. Yeah, like, that's all bit crusher.
You're just messing around with that. Yeah.
Yeah. And even like because you can like automate it, and there's like different filters, delays. So like they literally were just probably running stuff through. Yeah. And messing with it until they like got a phrasing of it.
Yeah, that's funny. I've seen a lot in studios like this that. This is stressed for sure.
Yeah, the 1176. So like this is an 1176. It's just a black 1176. This is an 1176. It's just the stereo one. These are probably two of the most common. This is a very popular compressor. This is like this is one of the more expensive ones. This one and the LA2A. This is like $8,000. The LA2A is like $10,000. Yeah. But these distressors are also like Side 3 definitely has like a ton of cool gear, but we also have like the most like we are very much like we have like the staples. Of, there's some things I wish we had. But like I can't complain because we have like all the staples of like all the good stuff. And
I've
even
also
over here like the box.
I love Tame Impala's drum sound.
Tame Impala uses a ton of DBX 165s. He runs his whole drum bus through them.
Oh, let me write that down.
He does a ton of 165s. Like he also does like a tape machine. I'm pretty sure. So like he'll run his drums like through a tape machine. Who knows? Those guys, like, I'm telling you, like, with drums, it's, like, so much of, like, processing, getting back, and processing again. So, like, you send it, you get it back, you send it, you get it back, until it's, like, so wet and smashed.
Yeah.
You out of the compressor and then into your DAW. Like, that's all it is. It's just a way to get around so you can choose what gear you want to use. It's pretty simple once you get it, but it is, like, at first, this was a thing that, like was daunting.
So it's kind of like guitar pedals where you plug it into one thing.
Yeah, you're just doing it. It's just that you're not getting to like you're not seeing and like physically because I'm not going to the back of the CL1B and like now I'm in the CL1B. It's all signal flow, so it's like whenever I do my drum buses into a compressor, I go like what I did here was I went out of DAW output, so I went out of 3 and 4. So then I sent my master out of 3 and 4 in Ableton. Yeah. And I was going into my compressor, and then I went out of my compressor. And I went back into, whatever it was, 3 and 4 again or whatever. So, and everybody's like patch bay, like in studios is labeled. So it's like, for me, like I could go kind of to any studio, LA, Atlanta, and I could look at their patch bay and be like, oh, I know how to do this. Like I know how to get, there's probably going to be some like weird quirky things. Like ours has some weird stuff. Like all the stuff that stays patched in is like our talkback mic and like our Pro Tools feed. And like some other weird shit that like doesn't really matter, but every studio will probably have that to an extent. But then, well, once you learn it, it's fire because you can like really quickly get around, and also like you can not only get around, like you can get around in multiple different ways. Like you don't have to do your routing one way. Like I bring my Apollo all the time, so I send the Pro Tools feed out into my Apollo, and then I like essentially hijack the studio's interface.
Yeah.
So like, and then I just patch out accordingly because we have like different cables that you can like make different connections and shit with. So it's like it's really cool, honestly. It's like one of the cooler things of the studio.
Right. 3, 2, 1. Not flash, by the way.
Oh, good.
That's great.
There we go. That looks dope.
Cool.
Got out of side 3, finished Sunkissed Girl, the mastering. Tyler's a really cool dude. I'm glad he could be there to finish the project with us. I got to learn a lot more about the studio and how the studio works. I'm excited. It's gonna be a good, fresh, new beginning. I guess we just see what happens next.